yourself?
Perdiste tu título, tu invicto, los últimos 2 años, perdiste un entrenador lamentablemente. Te dudabas tú solo a ti.
Yeah, B-Marsh, you back at
I
it.
lost, yes.
Pero le agradezco a Dios que me haya tenido hoy en día un equipo muy bueno.
But thank God that I have a good team around me that brought me back.
Post-fight
Le agradezco
review.
antes de todo al señor Honda.
I thank first and foremost Mr. Honda
Hoy en día Dazón, Eric Hen,
and Eddie Hearn and DAZN
que me han dado la oportunidad nuevamente de ser campeón del mundo.
that they gave me the opportunity to once again become a world champion.
Y principalmente desde Yafia.
¿Qué pasó?
Principalmente desde Yafia.
Okay.
Gracias a Yafia.
Oh, and thank you.
A Yafia. Que me ha dado la oportunidad de. A Yafia.
You're fighting.
Did it surprise you,
You're
Roman?
fighting.
Did it surprise you that as the smaller man, Cal Yafai came out there
You're fighting.
and wanted to fight you on the inside?
Yeah,
Te
B-Marsh
sorprendió que
boxing,
Yafai
man.
quería pelear adentro,
Chocolatito's
más
back.
grande que tú.
Yes,
Sí me
he's
sorprendió,
back.
pero veníamos bien preparados.
He did
Chocolatito, yes, the
surprise me. I
champ
didn't want to
is
fight
back.
inside, but I was prepared to
Champ
go.
is back. The
Because
champ
he moves
is
a lot,
back.
but he was standing there for me.
Quiero mandarle
Chocolatito,
un
yeah,
saludo muy
the
especial
champ
a mi
is
padre, a
back.
mis hijos que me están viendo,
I want to say hi to my mom and my children back home.
a todo el pueblo de Nicaragua. ¡Viva México! ¡Viva Nicaragua!
Viva México, viva Nicaragua.
Let me ask you lastly.
One more question, man. Let's get into this
You are now a
post-fight
big
review.
name in the 115-pound division. A lot of other big names out there. Estrada, another fight with Sor Rungvisai. What do you want to do next?
Ya estás entre los mejores de nuevamente entre los 115. ¿Qué quieres para tu futuro?
Bueno, ahorita lo que más deseo que vengan buena pelea,
What's he
una
gonna say?
unificación de títulos.
He said, I want to try to unify some titles.
My man.
Esos son mis sueños y pues gracias a toda esta gente maravillosa, linda. Los quiero mucho. Dios los bendiga.
That's my dream. Thank you for all the support to all the public, and may God bless you all.
Chocolatito's back, y'all. Chocolatito's back. This boy does a number on Kaya 5. If you ever saw Kaya 5 versus Israel Gonzalez, then you knew this ass whooping was long overdue. And Chocolatito just took it to this guy, Kaya 5, you know what I mean? Kaya 5 totally forgot his basic instincts of
Mandando un
boxing.
saludo a todo el pueblo de Nicaragua.
Forgot
For those blessings.
just basically
And he is back. Let's
everything
go back
that he
through the
does.
fight. It was interesting
As
early
far
on.
as having the
We
weight
didn't know how it
advantage,
would
height
play out
advantage,
early on.
being the
Maybe it wasn't
natural
so
flyweight,
obvious how it would turn out.
he
But
gave
early
all
on,
that up. You know what I mean? I gave him round one, you know, it was a feel out round for both guys. I thought Kaya Fa was using his jab, fighting from the outside. Chocolatito was just, you know, trying to, you know, figure his opponent out. But in the second round, Chocolatito got it popping, you know. Left hook, uppercut by Gonzalez, you know what I mean? And it hurt the man, Kaya Fa, in the second round. So, you know, success already in favor of the man Chocolatito, you know what I'm saying? Round 3 was a close round, which I gave it in favor of Kaya Fa. You know, although Kaya Fa kept spitting out his mouthpiece trying to buy time, you know what I mean? And he also did that in round 2. But it was an inside fight, and English was having some success on Kaya Fa, having some success on the inside, you know, landing chopping overhand rights, you know what I mean, throwing shots to the body, you know what I'm saying? Round 4, you know, Gonzalez, man, the combination punches to the head and to the body, switching angles, you know, pivoting, left hook to the head, straight right hand that backs up the man Kaya Fa. Round 4, I give it to Gonzalez. Round 5 was volume punching combinations from Chocolatito, an inside fight, you know what I mean, which basically favors the man Chocolatito. It caters and favors to his style more than Kaya Fa, you know what I'm saying? You know, Kaya Fa, you know, wasn't really as busy in round 5, you know what I'm saying? I had to give that round to Chocolatito. Round 6, you know, was a headbutt, you know what I mean? A headbutt by Kaya Fa cut the man Chocolatito in his right eye. So now Chocolatito is in trouble, you know what I mean? I'm sure he got probably got flashbacks of the first fight that he had with what's that guy's name? Rungvisai, you know what I mean? When he got cut and he was bleeding profusely from the head, and that really affected him for the rest of that fight. And it looked like that might be the case in round 6, you know what I mean? When Gonzalez got cut by a headbutt by Kaya Fa. Kaya Fa started immediately using his size, you know what I'm saying, trying to get on the inside, backing him up. Trying to back up the man, Chocolatito to the ropes. You know what I'm saying? But he started clinching when Chocolatito was being relentless on the inside. You know what I mean? Chocolatito started throwing combinations and sneaky uppercuts in round six, which looked like was about to be a Kaya Fire round. You know what I mean? Especially when he got after Gonzalez got cut by the headbutt. You know what I'm saying? Round seven, Chocolatito's picking Kaya Fire apart. You know what I'm saying? Kaya Fire looked like he's about to wilt it and wither like leaves in the fall. You know what I'm saying? Look, he's backing up to the ropes and he's getting touched up everywhere. Body shots, left hooks to the head, to the body, inside fighting that was favoring Chocolatito style. Round eight, you know what I mean, was a left hook and a nice left hook, straight right hand combination, snaps Kaya Fire's head back, you know what I mean? Nice jab to the stomach, left hook to the ribs, 1-2 to the head by Kaya Fire. I'm sorry, by Chocolatito. Drops the man. Um, Kaya Fire, you know what I'm saying? And it all started with that left hook and straight right hand to the head that snapped his head back, you know what I mean? Then the man, Chocolatito, started following up with combinations. It was a nice combo. Jab to the stomach, left hook to the ribs, 1-2 to the head that drops the man, Kaya Fire. And it wasn't really punches that really hurt him, that put him on the canvas. It was just accumulation of punches that was backing the man up, and he went down, you know what I mean? And in round nine, man, that's all she wrote, you know what I'm saying? Chocolatito catches the man Kaya Fire with the big, holy shit, wow. I'm watching my Celtics, man. Whoa, that man hit a big three. Man, I'm sorry, man. My bad, y'all. I'm doing boxing, but I'm doing two things at the same damn time. You know what I'm saying? My man Jalen Brown hit a big three, take us into overtime. Whatever, man. We gotta win it in overtime. Let's get back to this boxing. So the man gets dropped, man, in the ninth round by a nice combination by the man Kaya Fire. You know what I mean? And Kaya Fire, I'm sorry, by Chocolatito. Kaya Fire goes down. The referee doesn't even bother counting, and just like that, Kaya Fire's reign from 2017 till 2020, it's a wrap. Chocolatito's back, four different division weight class champion. You know what I'm saying? From 105 minimum weight to 108 light flyweight to 112 flyweight to 115 flyweight, where he lost his title, where he was undefeated till he lost his title. I believe in his 44th fight to Rongvasar. Fought in the rematch and got knocked out, and I made a video which got thousands of views here on YouTube where I suggested, that Chocolatito should retire. There was nothing else left for him to do in boxing. You know what I'm saying? He eclipsed his idol, the explosive thin man. What's his name? Alexis Arguello, by being a four different weight class champion. You know what I mean? You check it. The man Alexis Arguello was a featherweight champ, super featherweight, and lightweight. He tried to do it at 140 versus Aaron Pryor, but failed. Chocolatito passed him and he eclipsed him, so I thought he should retire, especially after he got laid out by Rungvisai. For a superstar pound for pounder, the way he was laid out, superstar pound for pounders, not saying like he's a superstar, he's not known all over the world, but I'm just talking about in boxing circles. Chocolatito is a Hall of Famer, one of the few Hall of Famers that we do have still active in boxing. We got Chocolatito, we got Nonito Donaire, we got Manny Pacquiao. Tyson Fury is probably on his way to the Hall of Fame, two-time lineal champion. You know what I mean? Only two other guys have done that, Muhammad Ali and Floyd Patterson. You know what I mean? So those two guys are in the Hall of Fame. So got to put things in perspective. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So some may say cannoli. We'll see. Time will tell, but more than likely. But I think steroid abuse should be considered when you're making whether you should be in the Hall of Fame or not. But that's neither here nor there. Chocolatito is a Hall of Famer, and I'm glad to see him back. You know what I mean? Great fighters can come back from knockdowns, and guess what? Chocolatito proved it tonight. on the 28th of February. You know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao got knocked out, put to sleep. He's been back. He's won at least two world titles in the meantime, in between time. What after he got knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez? You know what I mean? You know, Tommy Hearns, he got stopped by Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying? And he came back to win numerous world titles in different weight classes. You know what I'm saying? You know, Shane Mosley himself. You know what I'm saying? He got beat up. Didn't get stopped in the first fight by Vernon Forrest, but he got beat up. But he came back to win titles in more weight classes. You know what I mean? And also go back to 147. So you gotta give props to the man, Chocolatito. You know what I'm saying? One of the best fighters of his generation. And I've still got to complete my series, top five dead or alive. You know what I mean? And I'm not sure which division Chocolatito was at his best, but I can guarantee you he's gonna be top five dead or alive in at least two weight classes. You know what I mean? Really and truly. You know, I can't give it to him at 105 because I give that to Ricardo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? So we also got to consider guys like Ivan Calderon. It's a lot of good fighters we've had at the smaller, lower weights. And Chocolatito is one of the last few. You know what I mean? Where we at in the chat? Duffel Bag Switch said destroy that boy. Absolutely, man. I didn't think he'd not beat him up like that. I thought he would win this fight. But I ain't think he'd destroy Kaya Fa like that. You know what I'm saying? Duffel Bag Switch said, B Marsh, why don't you jump on Beats Live no more? You support Wilder. We need the balance. Man, I'm always over here, man. You know what I mean? Really and truly, man. I told y'all, man. I think you might have asked me that before. You know, look, man. There's a lot of ever since the Google Hangouts, man. It's a whole different program with this live streams and what do you call it? StreamYard and stuff. You know what I mean? And really and truly, I'm a busy guy these days. You know what I mean? You know, I'm running a business, man, where sales have been good. You know what I mean? I personally haven't had much time to be on Hangouts. I wish I could do more videos. I planned on doing a Chocolatito prediction video during the week and other numerous videos, but sometimes, even today, I thought I'd be free today, but, sometimes, man, you just gotta, handle BI, you know what I mean? I don't depend on YouTube for no monetization or no money, so I gotta get it how I live, you know what I mean? And yeah, man. But if you want my opinion about boxing, I'm here, dogs. B Marsh Boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you heard my opinion about Wilder, the fight, and everything that happened in between. You know what I mean? But to me, boxing is bigger than the heavyweight division, really and truly. I like the heavyweight division, but I love all other divisions too, especially when guys doing what they're supposed to do. And I cannot lie, I'm glad that the man Chocolatito relieved Kaya Five for that title tonight. To me, he's been keeping it hostage. And, Eddie Hearn, man, Eddie Hearn set up two Englishmen today. Brought two Englishmen from with Kaya Fi and the guy from Wales, Jay Harris. He brought them to Mexican American territory. You know what I'm saying? To fight Hispanic fighters. You know what I mean? And they got battered. Although Jay Harris, he lost sure, but he gave a good account of himself. But Kaya Fat was thrown in for the setup. I think the zone is more interested in the Estrada versus Chocolatito fight. So Kaya Fat was Eddie Hearn's sacrificial lamb. You know what I mean? Why Kaya Fat didn't get no fights over there in Birmingham? Why is Kaya Fat the champion fighting in a Hispanic territory tonight versus um, Chocolatito, you know what I mean? Chocolatito fought a bunch. His last fight fought a guy I never heard of. His previous fight, I forgot the guy. Was it Moses Fuentes? Well, he beat the heck up out of him, you know what I mean? And he beat the heck up out of the last opponent he fought. Very casually, Very, very casually, as in no emotions. Was very friendly in the build up and everything. But when it came into the ring, it was a thorough destruction of his last three opponents. And I knew Kaya would suffer the same fate, but I didn't think him being a defending champion would get his ass handed to him like he did tonight. You know what I mean? So Chocolatito, big ups to him. You know what I mean? Where we at in the chat? Um, Duffelback Switch says your five been holding that belt hostage. Absolutely. Neota says pound for pound King Choco is back, baby. Absolutely, man. Good to see Chocolatito back, man. I still remember what Rungbasai did to him. He was laid out in the middle of the ring on that Tecate logo. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he's back. He redeemed himself. Very casually too, like I said. No emotions, just hands and pause. Nota said Yafia had a clever game plan with the bully grab tactics, but he couldn't deal with how sharp and accurate um, Choco was. When he thought he was out of range, Choco stepped right to him and nailed him further. True indeed. Duffelback says, Nelta, what do you think of your five's game plan? Terrible? Nelta says he did what he knows, Duffel. And Nelta says he was just outmatched, outclassed. Choco too skilled and too much of a buzzsaw. That's what I envisioned. I had envisioned when I thought of my breakdown and prediction. Just off the last two fights that we've seen from Chocolatito, even though he hasn't been very active, there were two fights that were almost like a year apart. But he's straight up a buzzsaw. Absolutely, you know what I mean. Um, Low Blow Champ says I want to see him versus Rigo. Ooh, he'd have to go to 118, and he's already a small 115. Duffelbag Switch says, yeah, for real, I'm happy for Chocolatito. Absolutely. Duffelbag says, want to see Chocolatito versus Estrada again. Man, I'd love to see that. That was an epic fight they had at 108 pounds. You know what I mean? I'd love to see that. You check it. Okay. Um, Low Blow Champ says top five dead or alive, and that's off one weight class. Jada Kiss voice. I like that shit, Low Blow. That was kind of slick, my G. Yeah, but he's definitely top five dead or alive in at least two weight classes. I'm gonna do my homework. When I do my top five dead or alive videos, you really gotta do homework, and I actually put like 10 guys that I have to consider out of these 10 guys overall, who are the five best ever in each weight class. You know what I mean? And I think the last one I did was super middleweight, which was very difficult. Very difficult. Super middleweight is a weight class that started in the late 80s, you know what I mean? Or was it mid 80s from the IBF, you know what I'm saying? The mid 80s, but it's not that doesn't have that much deep, rich history like other divisions like bantamweight or heavyweight or featherweight, the glamour divisions. But I'm sure it's going to get as difficult as it gets when I get to the lower weights, you know what I mean? Okay, where we at in the chat? Duffelbag Switch says, if it's politics between you, man, it's cool. I just enjoyed listening to you a lot together, man. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah, man. I love talking, man. To be honest, I like talking that old school shit. Whether it's Neonta, when we talking about small weight class guys from, whether it's Robert Caroga or, you know, um, Michael Carbajal or Myung Yu Woo, or whether we talking about old school stuff, man. Like we used to talk over there on Beach Channel, you know what I mean, with EJ Boxing Live, Chris Cabana, everybody, you know what I mean. We talk about, whether it's Ricardo Mayorga, or we'll talk about early '80s light heavyweights for Michael Spicks, everything, all the whole aspect of boxing, every spectrum, you know what I mean. We talk all that boxing stuff, you know what I mean. To me, boxing is got the richest history in all sports, you know what I mean? Over 200 years. Basketball, NBA started in the 40s, late 40s, 50s, you know what I mean? NFL, you know what I mean? Baseball got a rich history, I'm not so much into baseball, you know what I'm saying? But, boxing is where it's at, you know what I'm saying? Melta says Choco versus Ioka or Tanaka will be big bucks in Japan. Absolutely, he's down with Tekken. You know what I mean? He gave a shout out to Honda over there. Estrada also, but he's got Amanda already and Andrew Maloney, so he's got to take care of him first. True indeed. Duffelbag Switch says them Sunday hangouts was fire. Absolutely, them Sunday hangouts. Think like 5 p.m. Man, we was all on them joints. You know what I mean? I think it started at like 5 p.m. on Sundays. And I think that's like 10 p.m. UK. You know, it was like clockwork, you know what I mean? Like really and truly, like I'd have to make sure I got nothing to do on Sundays so we could be chopping it up on that boxing dish, talking about Saturday's fights on Sunday. Absolutely, duffel bag switch. You're 100%. Duffel bag switch was good. Good, your fight lost. He wasn't fighting the top guys, man. I'm glad he got relieved of that belt, man. You kidding me? Shh. Man, that guy wasn't trying to fight nobody. He was supposed to fight Estrada, to be honest, but Estrada pulled out with an injury. But then again, Eddie Hearn was trying to feed him he's trying to make the zone some money, and Kaya Fight ain't the guy to do it. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for UK fans who listening to this. Your guys, damn man, Celtics lost in overtime. Anyways, sorry for you guys in England, but some of you guys are being brought over here as sacrificial lambs for the zone. You know what I mean? These guys should be actually defending that world title in a fight in England versus Chocolatito. The money's probably over here, but I'm sure the English hardcore fans do know who Chocolatito is. If they, at least if they don't know, they know Kaya Five, and then support him for facing a former number one pound for pounder. You know what I mean? So you know, like I said, man, sacrificial lamb, whether it was going to be to Estrada or Chocolatito, Kaya Five had to go. You know what I'm saying? Nelta says, yeah, Moises Fuentes knocked him out cold. Yep, yeah, man, that was that was a thorough whooping, man. You know what I mean? Nelta says, yeah, your fire was on the Zuda Ramirez diet. True indeed. And Zuda Ramirez diet did nothing for him in his next weight class. Unlike a guy like, he's supposed to get a mandatory shot. The WBO belt is vacant. He's supposed to be fighting anybody. He should be first in line for the super middleweight belt, but he's going through trials and tribulations over there with Top Rank. So nah, he ain't trying to fight Alidia Alvarez. So I don't know what's gonna go on with the Manzuto, but absolutely. Um, Nelta says Jada FTW. Double back switch says Garcia Vargas. Who you got, man? I got it a tough fight. Don't be surprised if it's a controversial decision. I think Jesse Vargas got that. Hey, man, Jesse Vargas is a guy. You know, Jesse Vargas can fight. I've never been high on the guy, but he, I think he can fight, man. And I seen him fight live in D.C., man. When he came to D.C. and he beat up Saddam Ali. A lot of people picked Jesse Vargas to. I'm sorry, Saddam Ali to win that fight. Jesse Vargas wasn't having it for a Las Vegas guy to get his real official world title because I don't count that WBA regular stuff he had at 140. I don't do that. No, that's what we don't do on B Mars channel. There's already too many belts out there. We don't consider regular titles, But Jesse Vargas, them straight right hands were a thing of beauty. You know what I mean? Some say he was on steroids that night. He did have mad pimples all on his chest and back, but we're not gonna go there, But I think he underestimated Delorme. I had that fight a draw. He got put on the canvas. Um, who else did he fight? Adrian Broner. I had that fight a draw. You know what I mean? I thought he didn't let his hands go in the later rounds when he was on his way to probably, winning wide. But he gave up a lot of later rounds, and that's what cost him. I think this fight being in a predominantly Hispanic market in Dallas, fighting against another a former pound for pounder Mexican American, I think it's going to be war, man. And I think Jesse Vargas is going to show a great account of himself, like welcome to 147. You know what I mean? Mikey Garcia, I think, will have some success. But I think also Jesse Vargas will, and I think it's going to be a close fight going either way, 7 rounds to 5. You know what I mean? Might be a draw, but I think it's going to be a close fight. And I'll be surprised if Mikey Garcia just, walks over Jesse Vargas. You know what I mean? Okay, where we at? Duffel bag man, duffel bag switch says you man had the best hangouts. I was locked in every Sunday. Facts, absolutely, man. The good old days, man. It was good, man. Neota knows all about it, man. Neota, man, when we talk about Chocolatito, he had an epic battle with the man. Truth in his words, epic, epic joint, man. About Chocolatito at the time when he was undefeated, and if he's really pound for pound, that was on them Sunday joints. You know what I mean? Yeah, Nelta says, yeah, bro, the discussions was dope. Absolutely. Yep. Um, Duffelback Switch says, I'm in London. I'm happy if I lost. Absolutely. Duffelback Switch says, I remember that. And Nelta says, I was right too. LOL. Yeah, man, those were good. I remember them joints, you know what I mean? They were classics. You know what I'm saying? And that's how boxing should be, you know what I mean? Just it should be here for our entertainment. Boxing don't get me depressed. A lot of fighters don't do what they're supposed to do. And if I had to worry about that, and I got a lot of stuff going on in real life, and I'd be a sad, miserable MF. And I don't want to watch boxing from that type of lens or landscape. You know what I mean? I watch it for entertainment. Sure, the man Mikey Garcia hasn't fought in over a year. Coming over here to the zone, he got paid a lot of money to fight Jesse Vargas. Jesse Vargas has been getting career high paydays as well, fighting over here on the zone. You know what I mean? I think there's better fights out there for both guys. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm not mad at this fight one bit. Hopefully, the winner of this fight can go on to fight better fighters. I'd like to see Mikey Garcia fight the Josh Taylors or get yourself. They say he's the lineal champion at 140. I don't know how but beating Limpinets makes you lineal. I don't. I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Well, the real lineal champions should be guys like whomever wins undisputed at 140 between Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor. You know what I mean? But time will tell. We shall see what these guys do in the meantime. In between time, we're just going to enjoy these fights. Duffelback Switch says Naoto was going hard. Yeah, man. Those were some epic battles. Um, Duffelback Switch says sort out the politics and have a hangout. Yeah, we'll see, man. Time will tell. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But those were the good old days, you know what I mean? And hopefully things can get back to how they used to be, you know what I'm saying? Duffelback Switch says everyone had their own opinion. It's good when people don't agree with everything. Absolutely. Yep. Duffelback Switch says I remember Naota going at EJ. True indeed. But yeah, man, I'm about to watch this fight right here. Jesse Vargas versus Mikey Garcia. If I had to give an official prediction and I had to put some money on it, I'd probably edge it slightly for Mikey Garcia by close, unanimous, I'm sorry, split decision, maybe majority decision over Jesse Vargas. We shall see in about 45 minutes who the winner will be. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Let me know what y'all thought about Chocolatito. Big ups to Duffelbag Switch. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone. Peace.